I opened d.a.n.c.e because I actually did not like where I was working. I didn't like a lot of things about where I was in my life.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Rotate, turn left. 1, 2, 3, 4.
And this is what I knew how to do. So I took a chance, quit my job, and had no money. And with lots of help of friends and family and students, we worked around the clock for 3 months and built a dance studio.
5, 6, 7, 8. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 4, 5, 6, start over. 1, 2.
We have hip hop, jazz, tap, lyrical, modern, ballet, point. I know I'm forgetting musical theater. Yes, there are certain forms of dance that you have to start later in life just because your body isn't ready for certain things. Generally, we start as early as like 2.5. They will usually take a music and movement class, which we also have. But around the age of 3, when they're starting to be able to follow directions more, they start to go into ballet classes. Occasionally you'll have kids a little older than that, say 4 or 5, that'll enter a combination ballet tap class so that you can, when they get bored with the one class, they move on to the tap class and they're all, ooh.
I have inspirational quotes on the wall because most of my students, when I first opened, along with my teachers and myself, actually came from a background where we had been not treated very well. So the inspirational quotes is just kind of let them know that this is their studio as much as it's my studio, and to let them know that you know, things do get better. So, and a lot of people now, I think people walk by the walls and don't even really notice them. But every time I get a new student, they're like, oh, and the parents seem to like it as well. So it's just there, literally for inspiration, and a lot of kids have them on their cell phones as well. They'll take pictures of them. Tap is my favorite to teach because I tap everywhere. I tap at the grocery store. It makes me feel good. I love to take tap. I love to teach tap. I like hip hop a lot too, but tap just feels good. It's like my own instrument.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
And I personally love the teenagers to teach. The preteens and the teens are my favorite. I know, right? But most of the other teachers are like, they prefer the younger kids, the 6-year-olds and things like that. But I like the teens and the preteens mostly.
I really enjoy jazz because it's not as, how do I put this, as formal, although there's technique involved, but not as stiff as I see ballet to be. And of course the ballet teacher will have a fit hearing me say that, but you can see a difference in how a body develops from where they are at 6, 7 doing hip hop versus 16, 17-year-olds' bodies.
The homework room. It is a room designed for students and parents that have to be here many hours and many nights a week. That way they have a place to sit, eat, do homework between classes. A lot of kids take 2 to 3 classes, sometimes 4 or 5 a night. So just gives them an area where they can work.
We put on one major production at the end of the year. The first half of the year we tend to work a lot on technique, teaching the training, which continues into the second half of the year, but at that point we start working on routines or dances specifically choreographed for the recital. We do little things in between the big production, between the start of the year and all. We might have, like, around Christmas time we will teach little combinations. So those will be not like a 3-minute long song, but say a 30-second or about 128 count dance.